Hey guys, welcome to this week's podcast episode. I've got a fantastic guest for you coming from Portugal. Name is Tiago Faria, and he's a business mentor for coaches, mentors with a unique anti-marketing approach. He's got a really interesting slant on things, and today's going to be talk about sales marketing. He's also to talk about his unique perspective, and I'm really happy to welcome him to the show. So, welcome, Tiago.
Oh, Chris, thank you so much for having me. It's a true honor, and I think we believe we're going to have some fun here. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's great because the internet is the great equalizer, and through Zoom and through streaming, we're able to conduct these conversations, almost for free. So tell people about your background, and we'll get right into the conversation.
Yeah, as my background, I like to say that it all started in when I went to Manchester for my master's degree. I chose a random marketing thing like strategic consumer marketing. And then at some point, my tutor, he told us, he was a 73-year-old man called Adrian Thomas. And he told us back in 2008 that you should look at digital marketing as the future. What are you doing, guys? So I completely changed my final thesis topic to actually something reflecting that, like Google and search engine impact in the UK consumers. I've got a lot interested in this topic, and always kept this Google thing in the back of my mind. Came back to Portugal, did some internships, but I always had this Google was the holy grail of the digital and the world. So I thought, okay, I have to go there at some point. I use my own current strategy, which is reaching out to my network, to everything I have in my world. So I tried to tap into my network to see who knew someone that worked there at Google. Dublin, Ireland is the European headquarters of Google. So I wanted to go there. And then I figured out someone that knew someone's boyfriend that had a friend there. So I connected and made a nice CV with my, as if it were a Google search of my name and a Google. And the results were my experience, my my academic background. And it somehow captured the attention of the recruiter there. And there I went. Worked there for 8 years. It was super fun. Learned a lot. Worked with huge corporations. But at some point, I started feeling, after 5 years, feeling a bit that the corporate world was not for me. Having a boss nagging my nerves every week, it was I felt my creativity also a bit squeezed because I was just limited to Google Ads and the platform. Facebook ads were growing like crazy at the time, so I felt okay, I need to do something more creative on my own. And then I decided to come back to Portugal in 2019. Thank God my wife accepted this change of lifestyle to quit the corporate safe corporate world and follow my own adventure here in Portugal, helping out local businesses and entrepreneurs. And this is how it kicked off my current career.
It's quite interesting because I love what I love is this hearing about people getting in on the ground floor, especially with digital marketing. And you talked about Facebook, Google Ads, just kind of early pioneers. One thing that really stood out to me when we were talking is this idea of you have this anti-marketing approach, and kind of expand on that. I'm curious for my own, but what do you mean by anti-marketing approach?
Well, I'm not exactly anti-marketing. Okay, I really love marketing. It's my life. It's my obsession. This is my hobby. It's everything. The anti-marketing is more anti, the complex strategies that that we're bombarded daily from the internet gurus, right? They're saying that you're one funnel away, and that we should use ads and funnels and those complex strategies that work, after some point, but not for those that are, trying to grow their business and getting sustainable, 6-figure years and stuff like that. And I truly believe that we have everything we need in our own world, to grow, start and grow an interesting, fun business, just leveraging our established relationships. That's basically it. The anti-marketing methods is to, instead of trying to go to new relationships, which is the harder and the complex way, with ads, funnels, or even cold email and etc., or just losing time on creating reels daily and stories, and it's not an easy game. So my approach is just use your established relationships. So who are they? You're a customer list, right? Clients, people you've talked to in the past. You have your contacts. You have friends, family, colleagues, LinkedIn connections. and you have an audience, even if it's small, an email list or social media followers. And those established relationships will not necessarily be the ones who give you the money, but also they can be the ones that help you get that money, right? So using what I love to use, inspired by this gentleman here, Jay Abraham, getting everything you can out of all you've got. He leverages referrals all the time, and it's basically a big point of his strategy is to use those connections you already have to make them help you get clients. So this is the basis of the anti-marketing is to use the established relationships. The first thing for you to ask yourself is, do I have something that my target audience actually needs to buy right now? Does my offer answer a desperate problem that they need to solve right now? And if not, that's exactly where we should start. We should tap into our own network of past clients and leads and followers and ask them questions, interview them, and see what's their frustrations, your most common problems, how do you feel, what you want to achieve, and collect those emotional words that we can after use to create an offer, a program, a service that reflects what people actually want to buy, which is amazing. If you do that, you have an offer that sells almost by itself. And then the second question is to ask is, do my current relationships need my new offer that I just created? If the answer is yes, then okay, ask them if they want help. You can go back to the people interviewed and say, look, I created this thing that answers the problem you said you had. What do you think? Do you know someone who would need this? And if the answer is no, can you make something that the people would need? And most people need money, right? So why not create your own referral program that you can tap into your own network and just talk to lots of people and say, do you know someone that would need this offer? I have a referral program. I can give you a commission for every client you send to me. So yeah, the anti-marketing method is, leveraging, creating these systems in a systematic approach, not just, trying one thing here, one thing there. No, be actually super structured, track everything. Who did you talk to already? Who did you ask for a referral? Who sent you a referral? And like this, you can, grow very interesting business that doesn't depend on you looking for new clients all the time. You can have people helping you out, create your own sales team almost for free, right?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, because this idea of referral programs and affiliate programs, it's really how you get this network and spiral effect. The next question is, you have this idea of the hand raiser method and how to get clients today. Talk about if you have an email list or social media following, how this works.
Yeah, of course. So for me, I'm not a big fan of the Instagram games, the reels and being there all the time. But for me, the purpose of social media is to actually start conversations with people. It's give excuses for you to use to use Messenger, or I think that's the main purpose of social media. At the beginning of the origins of social media was to create connections, talk to people, interact. Right? So I think there's a simple strategy that I love to tell my clients to do, which is simply is good, right? It's repeatable. It's easy to stick until it works. So if you have at least 2,000 people following you on social media, that you've been actually communicating to, it will work. And of course, the bigger the audience, the better it will be. But you can already leverage something if you have a small audience. And it's like a 2-step hand raising post to start conversations to sell your offer. So you can look at your outline of your program, your service, or whatever you're offering, and make a list of things that you or your clients have done in the past that your dream client would be interested in learning more. Oh, this is interesting. I want to know more about that. And of course, it has to be something that is compelling, interesting, a bit outside the box. The goal is to capture the attention of the people that are already following you. For example, if you're in the weight loss, you can say, how I lost 20 pounds without eating desserts. While eating desserts, not without, something out of the box, uncommon, that shows how you achieved something and that will be interesting for them. And then you can start with the one that is most appealing, one of those topics, and create a video training about that, and just add value to people. At the end, you can have a CTA saying, if you like what you saw and you like more information, just reply interested or send me a DM, right? And then once you have this video recorded somewhere, you create a post on your social media and say, hey, I just posted a video where I show you how to achieve the specific thing, right? Would you like it? If yes, hit reply or, comment below. And that people start responding. Social media is great because the posts will reach higher, more comments, more answers, etc. And then you have this excuse, this amazing excuse to send them a message, because you know this person raised their hands, they're interested in what you have to say, and you can send them like, here, look, here's a video, start a conversation, and these people are interested in you, what you have to offer. So you can start a conversation, ask questions like qualify them. What have you tried before? What are your goals? And if they tell you they have a problem they want to solve right now, you can simply ask, oh, do you want help with that? And then that's it. It's like use social media as excuses to start conversations is in my opinion, the ideal scenario. If you don't want to play the game of reels, growing organic Instagram content, and then use the bio, which works very inefficiently. I mean, that's my take on social media. I don't know if you agree.
Well, what's interesting is because just talking to a lot of different influencers, even with podcasting, people have different goals for podcasting.
Yeah.
Some of it's like to sell things, some of it is to build a brand, audience. And I really like this idea of using social media to start conversations, because one thing that I've really learned is through engagement and commenting, you can get a lot of followers that way. So there's so many strategies. So it's how you use the tools. Moving to my next question is this: why you talk about your problem isn't sales or marketing, but it's your offer and how to turn your knowledge into a truly irresistible offer that sells by itself. How do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I already tapped a bit into it on the part of interviewing your clients, right? But the first step before that is to choose. Okay, you need to be super specific on who is the person that you're trying to help, what's the current context, what needs and objectives do they share, and what is the problem that you want to solve. And that problem needs to be something super, super narrow. It has to be something that they want to solve right now, urgently, right? For example, you cannot just say, if you're a fitness professional, that I'll help you, I don't know, or if you're a relationship coach and you say, like, I help you improve your relationship, something like that, very generic, versus saying something like, I help men avoid divorce. It's like super specific, and the problem that is burning in their nerves and keeps them awake all at night. So that's the kind of thing that you should be aiming at if you want to create an offer that is easier to sell, because it's something that people want to buy right now. Easy to communicate, exactly who you're talking to. You can create your, all the communications or your content, and it's easier to sell because you know exactly what's in their mind, right? What's disturbing them. And of course, if you follow my anti-marketing method, I advise you to interview 5 to 10 people to capture, interview them, ask them questions about how does it feel at night, what's your main frustrations, what does your wife think about it, what do you want to achieve after this. And if you capture all those emotional words, you can create something amazing that it resonates with it talks their language, right? Yeah. And they feel attracted to it, and then it's easier to sell. Yeah. So basically, the irresistible offer that sells itself has to have that main thing. This is the most crucial part that I've been struggling for years until I finally nailed it down. Is we need to focus on a problem they want to solve right now. There has to be a strong reason for them to buy it right now. Otherwise, people procrastinate or put it for later, or it cannot be a nice to have problem that they have. And then, of course, you need to have a very clear outcome of what your program, your service, etc., will help them achieve. You have to describe it clearly, like using their words again, how their life will look like after that, right? So be very clear on that. And then also you have to think about all the potential objections people might have in their mind that will make them not buy, right? For example, I don't know, I cannot watch this course. My wife cannot see me watch this course or something, or this program, or whatever. So you need to have that in mind and solve it by design in the way you offer your program and you position your offer. So it's like, oh, don't worry, you consume this and on audio, something on when they're going to work or something. You need to think of all the objections people might have to make to make the sale easier. And of course, your target audience has to be someone that has the ability to buy and also the ability to implement what you're going to offer. You have to choose people that you can really help them achieve a result fast and efficiently. So if you think about all these components and you interview people and you reflect that in your offer, you have the ingredients to have something that almost sells by itself.
Yeah. How can people follow you, reach out to you, check out your work, and so on?
Yeah, so my website is still in Portuguese. I'm in the beginning stages of internationalizing my brand, but you can still lurk me there. And you can use Google Translate. So if you go to tiagofaria.pt, that's Tiago Faria.pt, and you can alert me there. You can also book a free call on the top right corner with me. If you have any questions about what we discussed here today, or if you want to, if you're struggling to get clients consistently, but it makes you cringe, to post reels every day and you're wasting money on ads. So, and you want to know how to do it, we can have a chat and we can brainstorm ideas for you to implement today.
Yeah. And for all the audience out there listening, Tiago for coming on and talking about this unique approach. And be sure to follow all his social media. And thanks so much for coming on to the podcast.
Thank you, Chris. It was a true pleasure. Hope people find some value out of this.